Hello friends, this is Pratiksha Garud working as an assistant professor in MVP Samaj Nasik. In earlier few videos, we have seen the MO energy level diagram for the heteronuclear diatomic molecules. Now in this video, we are going to study the MO energy level diagram for heteronuclear triatomic molecules by taking an example of formation of an CO2 molecule and NO2 molecule. So this is the structure of a CO2 molecule and this one is the structure of NO2 molecule. Now remember, in this video we are going to study only the MO energy level diagrams of these two molecules. Okay, so let's start. So we are having the MO energy level diagram for heteronuclear triatomic molecules. So what do you mean by heteronuclear triatomic molecules? So we know that triatomic molecules means the molecules which are formed due to the three atoms, and when the three atoms are hetero means different, it is called as the heteronuclear triatomic molecules. So we can say that the heteronuclear triatomic molecules, they are formed by the combination of three atoms of two different elements, right? So in these three atoms we are having only two different atoms, and the examples of heteronuclear triatomic molecules are CO2 molecule, NO2 molecule and the NO2 minus. Now out of these three examples, we are going to study only the first two, that is the CO2 and the NO2. So let's start with the first example of heteronuclear triatomic molecule, that is the CO2 molecule. So this CO2 molecule is a linear triatomic molecules. Okay, so it is represented as like this. So this is a CO2 molecule, and in this CO2 molecule each oxygen atom is having two lone pairs. So this is the first lone pair on the first oxygen, then the first lone pair on the second oxygen, then a third lone pair and the fourth lone pair. So each oxygen atom is having the two lone pair, and then the CO bond is having a double bond. Double bond means there is a presence of a sigma bond and a pi bond. So there is a presence of sigma and the pi bond against sigma and the pi bond. So in the CO2 molecule, we can say that there is a presence of two double bonds, means there is a presence of two sigma bonds and the two pi bonds, and along with this there is a presence of four lone pairs, in which each oxygen is having its two lone pairs. Further, we can say that this CO2 molecule is formed by three atoms. So which are the three atoms? They are one carbon and the two oxygen atom. So we are having the first atom. The first atom is the carbon atom. Carbon atom means atomic number is 6. That's why the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. The second atom is the oxygen atom. Oxygen atom means atomic number is 8. And hence the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Again one more oxygen atom. Again with the atomic number 8 means the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So these are the three atoms which are forming the CO2 molecule. So from these electronic configurations or the atomic numbers, we can say that there are total 22 electrons present in the CO2 molecule, right? Now out of these 22 electrons, the 6 electrons, or we can say the first three orbitals, the first 1s, 1s, 1s of the carbon and the two oxygen atoms, they are non-bonding, or we can say they are not used for the bonding purpose. So for the bonding purpose, we have to use only 2s and the 2p of carbon, 2s and 2p of first oxygen, and 2s and 2p of the second oxygen. So these 6 atomic orbitals, they are used only for the bonding purpose. So let's see the MO energy level diagram for the CO2 molecule. So we know that the MO energy level diagram is drawn across the energy axis. So this is the outline of the MO energy level diagram, right? Now this diagram is drawn by removing the drawback that we have studied in the formation of the CO plus ion from the CO molecule, right? So again we know that to the sides we are having the atomic orbitals, and at the center we are having the molecular orbital. Then the atomic orbital of more electronegative atoms. Now in case of the CO2 molecule, the more electronegative atom is the oxygen atom. So the atomic orbitals of the more electronegative atoms contribute more to the formation of the bonding MO. That means the position of the atomic orbitals of the more electronegative atoms should be lower. That means nearer to the bonding molecular orbital. So the first atomic orbital is for the carbon, which is a less electronegative, and they are 2s and the 2p. So as it is a less electronegative, it will be shifted nearer to the anti-bonding, or we can say nearer to the above side. Then the second atomic orbital, it is for two oxygen atoms, and the two oxygen atoms, they are labeled as oxygen A and oxygen B. That means the first oxygen and the second oxygen. We are having two oxygen atoms. So the two oxygen atoms, they are having the 2sa, the first, 2sb, the second oxygen. That means the 2s atomic orbitals, and the second is the 2pa and the 2pb. That means the 2p atomic orbitals. Then at the center, we are having the molecular orbitals, and these molecular orbitals, they are for the CO2 molecule. So in the CO2 molecule, the molecular orbitals, the first one is the bonding sigma 2s. Then instead of sigma asterisk 2s, to remove the drawback, the position of the sigma asterisk 2s is shifted. So instead of sigma asterisk 2s, we are having the sigma 2px. Then pi 2py, pi 2pz, a degenerate pair. Then sigma asterisk 2s. So instead of the position of sigma asterisk 2s, over here it is shifted above of all these three bonding molecular orbitals. Then we are having the second degenerate pair, pi asterisk 2py and pi asterisk 2pz. And the last one is the sigma asterisk 2px. So these are the molecular orbitals of the CO2 molecule. Now let's put the electrons in the atomic orbitals. So first we are having the carbon atom. The carbon 2s having 2 electrons. Now both these 2 electrons of the carbon, they are shifted in the bonding. Bonding means the sigma 2s, right? Then the 2s of oxygen having the 2 electron, the first oxygen having 2 electron and the second oxygen having 2 electrons. Now both these 2s electrons of the two oxygen atoms, they are non-bonding, or we can say they are considered as a lone pair. So we are having the first lone pair and the second lone pair. We have seen in the structure there are 4 lone pairs on the 2 oxygen atoms, and each oxygen atom is having 2 lone pairs. So out of 2 lone pair, 1 lone pair is from the 2s. Then let us move to the further 2p. 2p of carbon consists of 2 electrons. And the 2p of oxygen, the first oxygen consists of first, second, third and the fourth. 4 electron, first oxygen, again 1, 2, 3 and 4. Again 4 electron for the second oxygen atoms. Now here also we can say that these 4 electrons or the paired electrons, they forms 2 lone pairs. And these 2 lone pairs, they are shown at the center. So this is the first lone pair and this is the second lone pair, right? So in this way we are having the total 4 lone pairs on the 2 oxygen atoms. The 2 lone pairs, they are from the 2s atomic orbitals, and the remaining 2 lone pairs, they are from the 2p atomic orbitals. Okay, so here we are clear with the 4 lone pairs. Then how many electrons are remaining? 2 electrons from the carbon, 2 plus 2 from the 2 oxygen, total 6 electrons, and these 6 electrons we have to fill. They first of all filled in the sigma 2px, then pi 2py, pi 2pz, pi 2py and pi 2pz. So this is the filling of electrons in MO energy level diagram of the CO2 molecule. So this is our first example of the heteronuclear triatomic molecules. So let's study the second example. Second example is the nitrogen dioxide, that is the NO2 molecule. Now this NO2 molecule is a angular triatomic molecule, and it is represented like this. This is the angular structure, and it is a resonating structure. That means we can represent the NO2 molecule like this or this way. It is a resonating forms. Then we can say that this NO2 molecule consists of 3 atoms. The 3 atoms are one oxygen and one nitrogen and 2 oxygen atoms. So we are having the first atom, that means the nitrogen atom with the atomic number 7. That means the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Then we are having the first oxygen atom with the atomic number 8, means the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Then the third atom is the second oxygen atom with the atomic number 8, means the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So total this molecule consists of 23 electrons. So out of these 23 electrons, the 6 electrons, or we can say the 3 atomic orbitals, the 1s atomic orbitals, they are not used for bonding purpose, and hence they are named as the non-bonding orbitals. Then let us see the MO energy level diagram. Again we are having the energy axis, increasing energy. Then this is the outline of the MO energy level diagram. To the sides we are having the atomic orbital of one atom, atomic orbital of the another atom. At the center we are having the molecular orbitals. Now this diagram is drawn by removing the drawback. Okay. Then one side we are having the atomic orbital of a less electronegative atom. Now in case of the NO2 molecule, nitrogen atom is a less electronegative, whereas oxygen atom is a more electronegative. So the atomic orbitals of the less electronegative atoms contribute more to the formation of the antibonding MO. That means their positions are nearer to the antibonding MO, whereas the more electronegative atoms contribute more to the formation of the bonding MO. So the atomic orbitals of the nitrogen are 2s and 2p. Whereas second atomic orbital, they are for the 2 oxygen atoms. So 2 oxygen atoms, they are labeled as oxygen A and oxygen B. So their atomic orbitals are 2sa, 2sb, then 2pa and 2pb. So this is regarding the atomic orbitals. Then the molecular orbitals. The molecular orbitals, they are for the NO2 molecule. So first of all, we are having the sigma 2s, sigma 2px, pi 2py, pi 2pz, sigma asterisk 2s. Now here we have shifted the position of sigma asterisk 2s. Then pi asterisk 2py, pi asterisk 2pz, and lastly sigma asterisk 2px. Now let us see the filling of electrons. In case of the 2s of nitrogen, we are having the 2 electrons, and both these 2 electrons are shifted in the sigma 2s, right? Then 2s of 2 oxygen atoms. The 2s of 2 oxygen atoms, they are having 2 electrons, and both these 2 electrons, they are considered as the lone pair. Okay, so we are having the first lone pair and the second lone pair. That means each oxygen atom is having the first lone pair is from the 2s atomic orbitals. Then let's move to the 2p. 2p of nitrogen. 2p of nitrogen consists of first electron, second electron, and the third electron. Whereas the 2p of first oxygen, first electron, second electron, third electron, and the fourth electron is the paired. Again for the second oxygen, the first electron, second electron, third electron, and the fourth electron. Now here we can say that the paired electrons, they form the 2 lone pairs, and they are shown at the center. So we are having the first, second, the first lone pair, first, second. So these are the 2 lone pairs. So in this way we can say that there are 2 plus 2, 4 lone pairs from the 2 oxygen atoms, or we can say each oxygen atom is having 2 lone pairs. One lone pair is from the 2s and the second lone pair is from the 2p. Now how many electrons are remaining? 2 plus 2 plus 3. So these electrons, they are filled by using the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So first of all, they are moving in the sigma 2px, again in the sigma 2px, then in the pi 2py, pi 2pz, again in the pi 2py, pi 2pz, and the last electron. And the last electron is moving in the sigma asterisk 2s. Okay. So this is the MO energy level diagram for the NO2 molecule. So thank you. Here we are completed with the MO energy level diagram for the heteronuclear triatomic molecule. Thank you.